their plate, they've got to fight on October the 9th. I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah, but you said this about the first fight.
What, that I was right about, yeah? I just said the last time that fight won't happen, and it didn't happen.
No, the first fight you said you was convinced that it wouldn't happen.
Yeah, alright, so I'm 1 from 2. I'm having a purple patch. But, do you, right, if someone said to you, and you probably won't answer this because you're a pansy, right? But, if someone said to you, are you 100% sure that Fury Wilder will happen on October 9th? What would you say?
I'd say I was not.
I know you won't be honest. Be a little bit honest.
Because the first fight, which was meant to happen on July 24th, fell through, you have to say that. You wouldn't say 100%. No, okay, fair enough. But you could say that about literally anything, couldn't you?
Not really.
Well, you can.
Alright, okay. So, if I said to you, which fight is more likely to happen?
Jesus Christ, mate. Yeah, well.
You know what I mean?
Well, I think the fight does take place.
Okay.
And we'll have this discussion after. I genuinely think on the 9th this happens. Okay. You have doubts.
What's good, family? Smash the like button and subscribe. So we just heard there from Eddie, Hearn, airing out Tyson, Feary, and his scary looking ass team. Now it's funny, I tell a lie. I was about to say I do love Shilligan. I do love Shilligan Cassius, but I don't love him. He's a goofy. And to be fair, I don't even blame Shilligan. Ultimately, I blame MTK because they've just corrupted the whole scheme. You'll notice, even Eddie Hearn is, in my opinion, on the payroll. Because he doesn't call a spade here. He says, the fight's not going to happen. But essentially, I'm not going to tell you why, yeah? He says, the fight's not going to happen. And then when Coogan shields, he says, you're just a pansy. No, what Eddie Hearn means to say is, you're just 100% MTK paid for. That's the truth of the situation here, no doubt. Now, we know Eddie Hearn does have strong affiliation with MTK, so there's one big, and that's what makes me think, I know I'm going off topic, but it's true. That's what makes me think, I think it's all one big sham going on. Because when the Fury fight fell through with AJ, Team AJ, they weren't us fans, we was more mad than them. They just kind of, yeah. And now you got AJ doing videos basically defending Fury. Oh, no. He was sick, and no, he definitely had a contract, and what, have you seen it? I haven't. All we know is he didn't turn up. So from your point of view, if I was AJ, I'd be saying, listen, I don't know about no court case. All we know is, you know what, from now on, let's talk about what we do know. Because the fact of the matter is, if I was a boxer, if I had documents, if things happened, I'd be putting it out there, wouldn't you? If you love your fans, like Cus D'Amato always said, the fans are number one. Bottom line, that's what Cus said. Fans are number one. Now, I'm not going to shill, but it's the truth. I do believe that's a fair conclusion to make. The fans are number one. We are the ones, not me personally, but you, man, are the ones who buy the tickets, who buy the pay-per-views. Without that, there is no boxing, is there? Because you boxers ain't going to be fighting for free, are you? No. So it is the fans that make this whole ish go round. And on that basis, the least these fighters could do is put the paperwork out there. You got Dillian White, off topic again, but still, Dillian White, he crying about, we're going to court. Where the paperwork? No one ain't seen it. Again, that makes sense now why we don't see no paperwork from Dillian. Because he ain't in court, he's just talking, with MTK kind of paying the way. That's what I believe is going on. MTK are lubricating the whole process. And what do we know? Call me a liar. Say YB you ain't got a clue what you're talking about. What do we know? What news came out about a year ago? Yeah? El Trapahan, Kinahan was the one intermediating between AJ and Fury. Where did he come from? Oops. YB didn't know what he was talking about, did he? Oops. You goofies with short memories. You ain't got the broader picture. Sit back and let the YB do the thinking for you, man. You man too slow. No doubt. Too slow and no memories. So anyway, let's circle back round now. So we've concluded, or we've deduced that everyone's paid. 100%. Everyone is MTK paid for. No doubt. Paid. And on that basis, It explains why there ain't never no paperwork from nowhere, which is why you got Team AJ shilling for Team Fury. Oh, huh? You ain't seen no paperwork. But yet, the question still remains: if these boxers, think about it, if Fury and Wilder were really an illegal case, yeah, why wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Now, I'm not saying OIB, you can't put all the details out there. Sure, who's asking for all the details? Just the cover sheet, innit? Just the cover sheet will do. Oops, no cover sheet, no nothing. And ultimately, never mind the cover sheet. Why is it every time we have one of these situations, there's never any evidence of anything, is there? You never find that weird? For example, everyone has, if you're in the UK, yeah, there's a thing called the NHS. I have doctor's letters through my door all the time, but yet all these dudes, Errol Spence, he have a massive operation, no paperwork. Oops. I don't know about you, man, but again, I'm not asking people for millions of dollars. These boxers who get millions of dollars, Fury, millions of dollars coming in, plug-in merch, whilst he pulled out. Fury alleges he has C19, no paperwork. Errol Spence alleges eye injury, no paperwork, or no nothing. No actual proof. Not even a little piece of proof of anything. No paperwork, no personal references, nada. Just talking. Just gassing. Just hearsay. That's what we get. Now circling back round to this actual video's sake, which is the Eddie Hearn calling a spade and telling you, man, this Wilder versus Fury fight ain't gonna happen. You best believe it's not as well. It all links back into what Coogie Bear's sitting there shilling, and Eddie Hearn says to him, listen, Coogan, you can't be honest because you're a pansy. No, you can't be honest because you're paid. The same way, in fact, I've got another video coming soon. Tyson Scary came on did a whole video about, oh, I'm so happy for Michelle to fire Phelps. She's got a massive gig. Yeah, thanks for MTK for pulling the strings. I'm thinking, this is mad. MTK is like the universal credit of boxing. They just be doing the most. Doing the most, don't they, MTK? Everywhere. And the more time goes on, they appear to be the ones who cannot be mentioned. Bottom line, Eddie Hearn don't mention it, does he? He should be saying, Coogan, you a shill. Yeah? About you think this fight's likely to happen. What's wrong with you, Coogie, you goofy? Now, we know you're paid. We know you're all the way paid by MTK, but come on. Have a little bit of testosterone between them knacks of yours. Yeah? You goofy. Now, it's alright to be a goofy. We all know that Coogie Bear's a good old goofy. No doubt. But come on. You got to draw the line somewhere here. Now, the fact of the matter is, the fight ain't happening. Yeah? Your man, the YB, has people close to the situation. Eddie Hearn has people close to the situation. And what do we know? What happened last time? Your man, the YB, told you. Back in May. It's not happening. And for me, I can't lie to you. When it fell through in July, that was what it was. Pretty soon after that, I said it probably ain't going to happen again in October. But then, when this new narrative came out, when this family narrative came out, that for me was game, set and match. There's just no way, I'm sorry. There's no way the theories have set this all up only to turn up anyway. I'm sorry, I don't believe it. No way. No way, Jose. 2 weeks out, we're going to hear, oh, family, and that's what we're going to hear. 100%. No doubt. Eddie Hearn knows it. Your man, the YB, knows it. The only people, in fact, to be honest, I think even MTK know it. But that's their job. And the way what gets me the most, yeah, is the way everything's falling into line. Like I said, the narrative's there. The WBC haven't set any parameters. You have to peep that. Please peep that, yeah. For example, if the WBC had come out and said, oh, if this fight doesn't happen, we're going to put Dillian and Wilder in, then fair enough, this fight might have a chance. But the fact the WBC have not, this belt will have been inactive for 20 months. And even though it's been 20 months, they still haven't put any parameters in. That says all you want. Or that says all you need to know. There will be no parameters. because they're not fussed and they're paid. Bottom line, this fight won't happen. I'd have a lot more confidence, yeah, if the WBC had come out and said, listen, it's Wilder versus Dillian if the fight doesn't happen, which would have been extremely fair, bearing in mind it's already been 18 months since the belts fought. Bearing in mind Wilder's already had to allegedly take them to court. Bearing in mind you've already pulled out once. How many more pullouts does the WBC give away for free before they start putting some parameters in? Exactly. It's done make no sense. Set up perfectly. Too many, for me, yeah. There's way too many things going on here. Way too many things. The narrative's set. It's WBC moist. Eddie Hearn hearing things. Your man the YB hearing things. You got Team Scary as well. Messy as you like. Your man's Sugar Hill. He's been sacked. Tyson Fury's allegedly going to be working with his new Mexican Donnie, but that's another thing. As I've explained before, Tyson Fury is doing 4 weeks of camp in the UK and then doing 4 weeks of camp in America, allegedly. That to me is just messy. Why not be in America the full 8 weeks? Oh, he's going to train with his dad for 4 weeks and then train with some next Mexican Don in, where was it, Las Vegas. I'm sorry, I just don't believe it. I believe the reason Fury's doing the 4 and 4 is because he's just had a newborn baby, so he wants to help at home, essentially. Yeah? But what does that mean? Guess what? After the 4 weeks are done, Fury is still going to want to help some home at more. He's still going to want to help at home some more. Bottom line. And he will have been helping at home for the last 4 weeks, essentially. Which means that he ain't going to be getting much training in. And like I said, he's already set the narrative. Family. I did tell you 7 weeks ago, things didn't get any better, and sympathy for me, and let's set some more charities up that you man can donate to, and I'll just take the credit for. What, you man didn't peep that? Tyson Fury plugged a charity, didn't donate none himself, but then took the credit for it. You man are dopey. Do you understand that? Check this out. He plugged a charity, you man donate, and he gets the credit. He didn't put no money in. Show me where it says Tyson Fury donated 100 grand. Oops, he didn't. That's why it was only 30 grand. I thought, what? Tyson Fury's ranting and raving about 30 grand. Why didn't he get his own 30 grand out of his pocket? Oops. But you man was all sucking him off like he's some big hero. He's a hero for raising your money. Wow, you man are dopey. But that's what... Listen, we know there's sheeple out there. We know sheeple exist. And you man are in full force. No doubt. I believe the people who donated should be getting the credit, not Fury. He didn't put no money in. Because if he had, he could have put a lot more than 30 grand in, bearing in mind it was supposed to be his cause. What, you're a millionaire and all you got is 30 grand for this big cause of yours? Wow.